Visit NAIA.org or follow us on Twitter at NAIA_news to receive additional information and updates during the event. NAIA, the true student-athlete experience. This is the National Championship.
Welcome to Kansas City, Missouri, the site of the 2016 Buffalo Funds Men's Division I Basketball National Championship. On behalf of our 250 colleges and universities and 65,000 student athletes, congratulations on your hard-fought success and achievements this season. Your hard work and commitment in the classroom and on the court have brought you here with an opportunity to win a national championship. While you are here, we strive to provide you and all of our student athletes with a national championship experience that you can take with you and remember for the rest of your lives. Again, congratulations on your great success this season and good luck in this year's championship.
Welcome to the NAIA National Championship. I'm Tevin Hopkins, Chair of the NAIA Association of Student Athletes. We represent the 65,000 student athletes who compete at more than 250 colleges and universities in the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. On behalf of all NAIA student athletes, I want to congratulate you and your team on your successful season. As student athletes, it's our ultimate goal to win a national championship, to prove that we are the best of the best. Your hard work has paid off and you're here to compete at the highest level of your sport. Enjoy the experience, good luck, and have fun.
In basketball, sound fundamentals and a well-thought-out game plan can mean the difference between reaching your goals or falling short. The same goes for investing. The Buffalo Funds are a family of no-load mutual funds based on sound investing fundamentals designed to help you reach your long-term goals. The fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses must be considered carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other important information about the Buffalo Funds, and it may be obtained by visiting buffalofunds.com. Read it carefully before investing.
Welcome to the Buffalo Funds NAIA Division I Men's Basketball National Championship from Kansas City, Missouri, an historic municipal auditorium. Hi everybody, Jim Joyner joining you here for all of today's action. You are listening to the 79th annual event, which is brought to you by the NAIA and Stretch Internet, the NAIA's official video streaming provider. It's day number 3 and we've moved into the Sweet 16 of this year's national championship. For game number 7 today, it's Mid-America Nazarene and William Jessup for a chance to play in the Elite 8 tomorrow at 7:30. William Jessup got here by beating Pikeville yesterday. They finished 3rd in the regular season of the Golden State Athletic Conference. MNU won last night against Oklahoma City in overtime. Here's a look at the starting lineups. Nick Sarai, Jonas Page, Justin Randall, Gabriel Jordan, and Justin Jamison for the Pioneers out of Olathe, Kansas, right here in the suburbs of Kansas City. And then for William Jessup, it'll be Sajid Polite, Guillermo Nunez, Corey Clement, Desmond Floyd, and Andre Smith. The Pioneers, the local team, and they have a big crowd out here tonight as they are the number 12 team in the NAIA, come in as a number 3 seed. And like I mentioned, they won last night against Oklahoma City in overtime. And now the Pioneers will try and make it into the Sweet 16. And MNU made it into the semifinals 2 years ago. And then, of course, won the national championship at the Division II level in 2007. William Jessup, they're just celebrating being here for the first time and trying to make a little bit of noise. They're the Cinderella so far. Jessup in the white, MNU in the red. And we are ready for game number 7. Andre Smith to jump along with Justin Randall, and the ball goes back to Andre Smith, and we are underway from Municipal Auditorium. William Jessup, I mentioned, got the win yesterday over Pikeville, 82-69. That was a little earlier in the afternoon. MNU had to wait until after that one was done to beat Oklahoma City. That one took overtime. It set the day back a lot. The last game finished at 1:19 a.m. We are on pace for that already. Driving to the basket is Polite. They will wave off the basket and call the foul on the floor. Sajid Polite, the 6'4" senior out of Sacramento, California. He's a transfer from the University of Sioux Falls in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And Corey Clement, the guy who spark-plugged the entire game for the Warriors yesterday, will inbound. Up to the top for Desmond Floyd. Now Polite. Sajid Polite, 7 points the other day. Averaging just under 12 a game. Floyd into the lane, stops, and a bump called on the floor. So Floyd is fouled. That one will go on Justin Randall. His second. Just underway here in the first half. We've noticed with a couple of these, there have been a lot of fouls in the final of the game in front of us, which Carroll won 66-60 over top-seeded LSU Alexandria. Desmond Floyd underneath, and he loses it on his way up. Justin Jameson with the basketball. Now to Gabriel Jordan. Jordan into the lane, steps in, throws one up, won't go. Randall there for the putback and in. And MNU with a 2-0 lead. Polite brings it back up the floor. Justin Randall, the 6'7" junior out of Burlington, Iowa. Hand off Nunez, nearly loses it off his chest. Nunez from the right elbow, pure. And it's 2-2. Just underway here in game number 7. MNU, the Pioneers, out of Olathe. Head coach Rocky Lamar. He has been around a long time at MNU. He played at MNU, and he's been coaching the Pioneers for 30 years. He's an NAIA Hall of Famer. Now Jordan, the 3-ball off the back iron. Rebound tipping around, saved for the moment by Jameson. Clanks it off the back of the backboard, and now Clement will bring it across. Clement, tripped, throws the ball into the ground, stolen by Nick Sarai. Sarai to Jordan, to the rim, off the backboard and in. Jordan gives the Pioneers the lead. Mid-America Nazarene out of the Heart of America Athletic Conference here in the Kansas City area. They finished the regular season in a tie for first and gained the automatic bid as the regular season champs. Desmond Floyd from 18 feet, that won't go, and here comes Nick Sarai and the Pioneers. Jordan, Jameson to the rim and in! Justin Jameson, the junior out of Cleveland, and a Texas Tech transfer. MNU with an early 4-point lead. Now here's Polite. Polite off the back iron. Jordan with a board. And Nick Sarai up the floor for Randall to the rim and in as he dives into the baseline. You will see a lot of that from Nick Sarai tonight. 7.8 assists a game. He leads the nation. Now Nunez on the other end. He won't get the 3 to go, but Clement keeps it alive for the Warriors. Floyd on the right block. Right-handed floater won't go. Rebound Randall. Skip pass. Jordan thinks about a 3. To the free throw line. Too strong. Rebound Jameson. And the Pioneers can reset. Jameson decides to take it to the rim, and he draws the foul. MNU starting off hot. But for William Jessup, this is no big news. The Warriors trailed for the majority of yesterday's game, but a big second half propelled the Warriors to a win over Pikeville, the number 2 seed in the Kramer bracket in the bottom left. So Jameson will have a couple free throws. He is a big guy at 6'10". I mentioned a transfer from Texas Tech, team that made the NCAA tournament this year. Lost to Butler yesterday, because I believe everybody's brackets are about busted by now. Jameson hits the first, and a couple subs come in. Jordan Whelan, as well as Hudson Welty in for the Pioneers. Gabriel Jordan and Justin Randall to the bench. Second one for Jameson, that's pure. 10-2, just underway in the first half. William Jessup and Sajid Polite. Now to Clement. Back to Polite, the Warriors out of Rockland, California. Northeast of Sacramento, kick out Patterson, steps in, right hand high floater, that won't go. Clement keeps it alive with an offensive rebound, and he is fouled by Justin Jameson. So that'll put Clement to the line. Jameson's first, and team number 3 on MNU. So Clement will go to the line. Corey Clement, the senior out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Scored 18 points yesterday, as well as 14 rebounds and 7 assists. And when they were playing Pikeville, The Bears came out in a little bit of a pressure, and William Jessup could not get through it in the first half. But halftime adjustments, and this guy, Corey Clement, led the charge back for William Jessup as they dominated the second half. Second one is good. He connects on both. Nick Sarai and the Pioneers try and break out of this pressure. Sarai, the left-handed dribbler. He'll bring it back out. Sarai. Now Arnold will try the 10-footer. That won't go. Rebound Patterson. Marshawn Arnold with that shot. The senior out of Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Now it's Kelton Newman back into the game for the first time. Played a great game yesterday with 10 points. Hit a couple big threes. Newman to Clement on the right elbow. Now Clement again. He's stripped from behind by Sarai and stolen. Sarai up the floor for Jonas Page. Into the lane. Arnold runs through a man and a charge called on him. He came in with a head full of steam and ran right through Michael Patterson. Andre Smith will come out of the game for the Warriors, and in for William Jessup will be Anthony Morton, senior out of Los Angeles. He didn't play much yesterday, but he got into the game and played a role. High screen coming from Cody Wilcox. They try and run the pick and roll with him, and Clement sends it out of bounds. 10-4 MNU, and Justin Randall will check back into the game for the Pioneers. He replaces Hudson Welty. MNU comes in as the number 12 team in the NAIA, a 3 seed. William Jessup was just receiving votes. If you looked at where they stood in the standings, it would be number 28. And that's why the Warriors received a 7 seed. Sarai, I already mentioned, he can dish out the assists. Whelan. Back to Randall from just beyond the free throw line, no good. Long rebound, tips out of bounds. Ooh, I thought it was off MNU, but it will stick with the Pioneers. As Michael Patterson asked the official, hey, I'm not so sure about that. And Lance Von Vogt, the head coach for the Warriors, also questioning that one in his 3rd season. His first trip here to Kansas City, but the Warriors get the ball back on a bad pass on the inbound from MNU. Corey Clement, the emotional, that vocal leader that this Warriors team uses. Working on Jonas Page. Patterson. Looking for Newman. Newman to the rim. Right hand off the backboard won't go, but he's fouled. And that foul will go on Nick Sarai. He's called for a push in the back. That's team foul number 5 on the Pioneers. Sarai's first. So early on here in the first half, MNU already with 5 team fouls. William Jessup with only 1. And Kelton Newman will have a pair. Newman, the junior out of Elk Grove, California. First free throw for him is good. 7.8 points a game for him. He's a 77% free throw shooter. Sajid Polite back in for Corey Clement. Newman, like I mentioned, 10 points yesterday afternoon. He drains both here. Warriors had a nice break after playing in the middle of the day yesterday. Whelan dumps it off for Randall. He loses it. Whelan trying to keep it alive on the baseline, somehow does. And MNU will reset. Page steps into one, contested shot, not a great look, and Wilcox gets the rebound. That one may have been tipped. Polite. Back to Newman, and Jessup will reset. Patterson halfway through the shot clock. 14 minutes to go in the first half. Left wing Polite. Cody Wilcox working down low, drop steps, left hand. He's rejected by Jordan Whelan. Here comes Sarai and the Pioneers. Stepping through, right-handed floater and in. And MNU's back on the board with a 6-point lead. Sarai gets his first basket. And just like yesterday, William Jessup struggling to score early. Wilcox on the perimeter. Now back to Patterson. He squares up to the basket. Couple head fakes, step back, long two, way short, and off the backboard. Rebound for Page. Sarai floats one up to the baseline. Now back to Page, steps in, draws the contact, floats one up, won't go, and Cody Wilcox jumps and skies for the rebound. All 6'8" of him. The junior out of Grass Valley, California. Patterson. Now back to Morton. Lots of substitutions coming in at the next dead ball. 10 to shoot. Polite steps in, nice pass, dumps off for Patterson at the rim, and he finishes from up and under with the left hand. Now Sarai finds Whelan, gets bumped, and a foul call. That one may not have even been on Whelan. It could have been on a push on Justin Randall as he was shoved. 12-8 as Jordan Whelan will go to the free throw line. He had a big-time rejection a moment ago. As Wilcox thought nobody was there, he thought he had beat his man, and Whelan somehow contained it from going 3 rows deep. And that led to the Sarai basket. So they will not call it in the act of shooting, which I think is the right call. It looked like Randall was the one that was pushed. And the foul goes on Anthony Morton. He'll check out, as well as Cody Wilcox. Desmond Floyd back into the game, as well as Andre Smith. Randall hands off Whelan. Now to Jordan. Randall in front of the Jessup bench. Whelan, free throw line, steps up, 12-footer, strong, almost gets the roll off the backboard, but a rebound for Polite. Here come the Warriors. Newman, the open three, misses left, rebound Jordan. MNU doesn't have numbers. Jordan pulls it back up at the three-point line. Now Cale Brubaker into the game. Whelan steps through and one. A fantastic finish from Jordan Whelan, the 6'4" senior out of Manchester, England. Foul goes on Kelton Newman, team third. And Justin Jamison also back in for Marshawn Arnold. And Nick Sarai takes a seat. Whelan for the three-point play. That one's good. 8 minutes in, MNU leads 15-8. And the Pioneers with a big home fan base here from just about 30 miles down the road in the suburb of Kansas City of Olathe. Andre Smith, left-handed floater. That one won't go. Rebound for Jamison. Two big guys down on the floor battling. Now to Jordan. Jamison, the long three off the back iron. Rebound for Nunez. Jamison not a bad three-point shooter at 55%. Polite, his shot is blocked. Smith with a rebound. Dumps it back for Polite. The three ball hits it. A no-look pass from Andre Smith sets up that one. Give him the assist. And Jessup draws back to within 4. Here's Cale Brubaker, the senior out of New Braunfels, Texas. Randall the left wing for Jordan Whelan. Looks for the dump down for Gabe Jordan. It's not there. And now an offensive foul on Justin Jamison. That's number 2 on him, as he picks one up for a moving screen. Corey Clement will come back into the game for William Jessup. He replaces Kelton Newman. And now Marshawn Arnold will have to check in for Jamison. So the Pioneers big man to the bench with 2 fouls here early. That's already team foul number 6. Not even halfway through the first half. Clement. Now Floyd had a big game yesterday with 20 points. Now the three ball from Polite, that's no good. Randall had it for a moment. Andre Smith saves it, throws it to the other side of the floor, but Nunez cannot. And it will go back to MNU. 5 turnovers on the Warriors, 4 for MNU to start. And here comes Brubaker. And now an offensive foul on Marshawn Arnold for a moving screen. He was underneath the basket. They were trying to set that one up for Gabriel Jordan. He tried to run off that screen under the basket. That did not work. And another foul on MNU. That is number 7. So they are in the bonus. And Arnold picks up his second. So the 2 Pioneer big men already with 2 fouls early. Corey Clement barking out the play from the top right corner. They feed it to him on the right wing. And now MNU switches to a zone. Floyd and the left block had a cutting Clement for a moment. Now Smith, free throw line, kick out Nunez. Head fake, drive, Smith dishes off to the rim with the right hand, and Andre Smith with his first basket of the game. But Jordan Whelan catches the Warriors napping and finishes at the rim with a finger roll. Jordan Whelan gets his second basket of the game. And it's back to a 4-point lead for the Pioneers. Clement top of the circle. Polite. Down low, Smith, they feed him. The foul will go on Justin Randall. And that will be a 1-and-1. And Justin Randall will pick up his second. So the 3 big men for MNU, all with 2 fouls early. And that means they'll have to bring in an even bigger man in Alexander Zivkovic. A guy that has only played in 8 games, played yesterday for the first time in nearly a month. First one in the 1-and-1 is good for Andre Smith. Smith, the senior out of San Diego. Give him 4 points. Substitution now, Michael Patterson will check in for Guillermo Nunez. And just like that, William Jessup back into the game, 17-15 MNU. Hudson Welty will inbound for the Pioneers. MNU breaks the press rather easily. Brubaker will run the offense through him. Now Jordan. Being guarded by Corey Clement. Back to the top, Welty. Around the horn. Whelan, he'll try the 3 ball. Short into the hands of Desmond Floyd. Right place, right time, right into his chest. And the Warriors can take the lead here. Sajid Polite to the right wing for Clement. To Patterson, he thought about the 3, trying to break up this zone. Smith, kick out Polite. Clement pump fakes, not a great pass, somehow gets back to Polite. The corner 3 ball, long. Clement chases after it, knocks out of bounds. I sort of thought it was off MNU, and that's the way they'll rule it. Corey Clement chased it down into that corner. Close call as the official that was closer to the scoring table.